this episode of Squirrel Garage. I'm Cody. I'm your host. I guess you could call me that. As we did in the last video, you saw we installed the polycarbonate windows from Condor Racing. Our next step is installing the NACA ducts. So, the nice thing about Condor Racing is they have already pre-cut and pre-drilled the window for the NACA duct. And as you can see, when it comes in from the backside, it's going to sit nice and flush and give a nice, perfect look to the car. We also have our hosing that will go on as well, but what we need to do right now is we need to drill our NACA duct. So what we're going to do is line up our NACA duct here so it looks correct and looks like it's all in the right areas, so all these spaces line up. And then we're going to drill a hole and mount one of our screws first, and then do one up here, one down here, so that we can tighten that up, and then we can go ahead and drill all the rest. So let's get this first hole drilled. I'm going to reach in here from this side. I already have our drill bit and our drill for the right size. So we are just going to line this all up to make sure it looks right, because this is where you're going to want this stuff to look 100%. So once we take off this special covering, the protective covering, it'll allow us to have a nice clean. So we'll do that. We drilled our first hole. Got our first hole, so we'll put our screw in and we'll work our way around. So now that we have the first screw put in and tightened down, as you can see, it's held the NACA duct in place. We'll go ahead and we'll drill in at least, I'm going to do these top and bottom one, so that'll keep the whole thing in place. And just going to make sure it's all lined up perfectly. And, we'll have to hold it from the back to get it. There we go. And there we go. So we drilled that. Grab 2 more of these screws and 2 more of the nuts. And we'll clean all this up afterwards. We're going to have to completely vacuum out the car. As it's filled with a lot of different the crap in it right now. Let's see. Sorry you're looking at my back right now, but it is what it is. Trying to line up this hole so we can throw this screw through it, cinch it down. And I picked up the little 3/4 inch screws. They have they're flush set, so they have a little bevel on them. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got a bevel on it, so they'll sit flat against the window, and we won't have to worry about anything catching them while we're driving or anything like that. But yeah. Okay. So let's get these on, and then we'll drill the rest, and I'll come right back to you once we've drilled all these. So guys, we have all our holes drilled, as you can see, all the way around, and all our holes here, and we now have the protective cover off, because we are going to bolt this in. So let's go ahead and bolt this baby in. So guys, as you can see, we have the NACA duct installed. Looks amazing. Fits well with the cage. It actually dives in right after the cage. I'll give you guys a better view of it a little bit later. Now that we have this side in, we need to do the other side. Once we do the other side, then we'll run the hoses. So let me jump to the other side, put the other NACA duct on, and then we'll come back and I'll show you my idea, kind of where we want to run the hosing, so it looks good and functions. So let me install the other side, and I'll be right back. So we have the NACA duct installed. We have the hose on and just test fitted. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Might be a little dark, but let's scoot these over out of the way. But this is my idea right now. Hoses are going to come down on either side, same way, and then come into the middle here. And I'm thinking of either, I might put them, no, I'm going to put them down here. I'm going to put them both down here, and they're both going to come in. And I'm going to make a nice little plate here with two little ducts with like adjustment, it's like AC vents, basically circle AC vents, and put them right here so that you can blow passenger, driver, vice versa, whatever you want, and have them sitting right there and blowing. But that's pretty much it for the ducts. As you can see, the hoses run nicely. Everything looks good. So I'm gonna have to create that later. Really got to think it through. But it's not like a super necessary thing. But what is super necessary is the front lip finally. So let's pull the bumper off and the diffuser and get that stuff in the backyard so we can start pulling that apart. This portion of the video is gonna suck. We're in my backyard now. But the freeway is super loud right now. It's still traffic time. So, we're going to have to deal with the traffic and everything. But, as you can see, we have our bumper off. We have our lip that is going on. And we have our stock diffuser. On the back side of this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 giant bolts that we will need to take off. So let's go grab our tools and pull that off so we can drop this diffuser off and see if we want to modify it or cut it back enough, or are we going to just make this fit on here. But we'll see. So let's grab tools, get the diffuser off so we can evaluate. Now that we have the under panel off, we're going to have to pull off the stock little lip here. I have extra hardware that I made, well not made, but bought and put in here. So let's remove those two, actually 3, and get this off so we can test fit the lip. So now that that is off, we can finally, and I'm going to set this down on the ground since I need a fully flat surface. And let me see if I can scoot you guys back here to see. But I'm going to set the bumper in this lip to see how well it fits in there, or what we're going to have to do to make this thing fit. Because I know when I was installing it on Sammy's, we had a slight issue with it, fitment wise, but I think that was his bumper, was all funky. But this one seems to be good. Once we get, I'll install one side and then I'll work it to the other and get it to fit. But that is what it's going to look like all said and done. And I actually think our under panel will still fit underneath that. So I will flip this over, and we already have holes drilled on the underside for the lip when we put it on Sammy's car. So I'll just chase those holes, make some holes in my bumper, get that mounted on one side, and we'll work our way around to the other. I have to see, I bought hardware at Home Depot, but I have to see if that hardware is gonna work, because the way and the location of where we are, I don't think I think my screws are too long and they'll come out too far. So we'll see, but let's test it. New battery. Put a washer on that one, but that locates everything. And as you can see, that looks absolutely fantastic. Lip fits good, fits either end, looks amazing. And I'm pretty sure that'll go back on. So, let's finish drilling these holes and getting some hardware in, and we'll be good to go. So, as you can see, this came out looking absolutely fantastic. We are going to test and see if the front splitter will fit. See if we can make that kind of work. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's a little bit lower than this lip, the stock lip, so we'll see if we can't make this work. So guys, as you can see, it actually looks really, really good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bolt the under panel back on and make this one giant big unit and slide it back on the car. So, it's going to be the reverse of taking it off, which is just all that hardware over there. It's going to go back on, and we're done. I do want, once I get it back on the car, I do want to kind of address, as you can see, I got two holes here. I used to have some dive planes and some other items all along here. Thinking about remaking another sort of dive plane piece. So we'll see. Let's get all this bolted back together and get it kind of sitting on the car so I can take a look at it and kind of idealize in my head what I want to do. Well guys, after a lot of thought here, I've actually decided to run the lip without the diffuser right now. This is a lot cleaner look to the car, and I'm gonna just test it out, see how it goes when I back it out. But what I did find was I have two new grills here. Over here, I've had these for about like 2.5 years, just never put them in. So, gonna pop these in real quick. They pop in, pop out real easily. So, pop these in, pop the old ones out. As far as the trim goes, I had some scratches on that one on that side, so I pulled them off. Gonna hit them with some paint and make them look nice before we put them back on. But let's get those grills out. This is where I'm going to end this video. We got the front lip done. We got the NACA ducts installed, and we have the hoses installed. Only thing we have left to do before Stance Nation is make that little panel I was talking about for the air ducts. Kind of got an idea with some carbon fiber sheets that I have left over. You know, figure something out with that to make that cool, and then really just wash and detail the hell out of this car. But next video will be we'll be making the little panel for the air ducts, and we'll be detailing and washing this thing. If I can think of anything else that might pop into my head, stuff pops in all the time for final little tweaks and twists for the car. But as I come up with more, you know, I'll film it and we'll go through the process together. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video. I'll see you guys next time. Later, guys.